Hi folks, and welcome back to Conan Exiles Enhanced. So this is episode 18 of the Beginner's Guide for 2026, and in this episode we're going to start looking at the story of the staff. So several episodes ago now we did the Dregs dungeon, and right at the end of the Dregs dungeon, when we harvested the corpse of the Abyssal Remnant, we picked up the Staff of the Triumvirate. So if we were to look at that and go more info, it gives you a little bit of story about it. This staff, found in the acid pit alongside the Abyssal Remnant, is marked with an ancient language. The first runs along the length of the staff in glowing runes, whereas the second is carved rudely over the top of the first script, obscuring pieces of it. While unintelligible at first glance, beneath the glow of the bracelet, the runes shape themselves into a recognisable script that reads: a gift from the something B gives us advice, something E, and allows us to control the something T. Must be brought, something R. Tower of the Bat, where something A. Placed on the altar, something Y. Awakened to share with us, something E. Only awakened by something R and their blood. Reading the script is one thing, understanding what it means is something entirely different. Okay, but if we look, the runes, the rudely carved rune, I wonder if it's meant to be crudely, over the top of the first strip, read out B-E-T-R-A-Y-E-R, or betrayer. But there's still enough left of the original script that we can kind of understand what we need to do. We must bring it to the Tower of the Bat, and we have to place it on an altar and awaken it with some kind of blood. Okay, the Tower of the Bat is here. You can see we have the Tower of the Bat here, so that's where the Sorceress Cave was. It was just to the east of that, the Tower of the Bat. So we need to head over to the Tower of the Bat with the staff and see what we can get done with it. So I'm going to grab my stuff, get ready, and I will meet you over there. Okay, here we are. So that is the Tower of the Bat up there. I'll show you on the map. Again, we're pointing at this sort of dark area here, but you can see that you can do some climbing. You would have to do quite a lot of climbing to get up. It is possible to climb, especially at this end. There's plenty of places to stop and get up, but now that we've got sorcery, there's another way to get there, and we're going to go through that this time. So we're going to go over here to this rock here, and we're going to go up this path here. There is a little Defari camp up here. There we go, there they are. Ravager's Cleft. So fire your arrow and then we'll take you down. Oh, you're getting attacked by a hyena, that's unlucky. And you as well. There we go. Right, we've got to work our way around the corner here, and then we'll work our way up to the other part of the camp, which is up here. Here we go. Yeah, it's this way, yeah. So you can see there's a jailer's cage there. There is somebody in it as well, which means there is going to be...
Please.
Oh, that's interesting. The camp is empty. That is very strange. There should be a whole bunch of people here, including a jailer. So there is somebody in there. We don't have any key. I've got loads of keys from jailers and I don't have them with me. So we could have unlocked that cage and let that person out. Right, anyway. Normally you would have to fight your way through a bunch of people there, but there's nobody there. But you can see there was a path here that has been destroyed to get up there. But if we use our arcane staff and we cast the Ice Bridge spell, so that's Forces of Nature, Ice Bridge, doesn't need any materials, point up there. And it'll build us a bridge that we can just walk across. And there we go. That's another way to get up here. So if you don't have that, you can just climb up, just do it in little phases. There's a lower stone there you can listen to. And if we work our way up to the top of here, there is a cooking recipe. Just here. Here we go, Tower of the Bats, and on the floor right there we have a cooking 8. Okay, right, and you can just see up there, there is an albino bat demon. We've got our friend here. Yeah, so let's head up. Let's send our friend in to do our tanking for us. Again, with bats, you've got to watch out for the spin attacks like that. Get you from... Oh, he's almost dead already. And that's without any buffs on our fighter so far. Right, we hack up the albino bat demon, and we will get... We'll get some demon blood, which is good. We'll need that in a bit. And we've got some albino bat demon blood. That's what we need. Get rid of the bat skin. So now we've got our 2 items we need. We can come up here to this little altar, the altar of the bat. You can place the... Well, it shows you here that the staff plus blood equals another staff. So basically the Awaken staff. Add the staff of the triumph, but it just used to tell you blood, and people used to be putting all sorts of blood in there, and it didn't work because it actually needs to be albino bat demon. It does now tell you add the staff of the triumvirate and albino bat demon blood to the station inventory, which we will, like so, and it starts crafting. It will be placed in the station inventory for pickup once the timer has completed. So there it goes, in it goes, and it is complete. And we've got this little wisps of magic going on. So we can now, we can go and we can collect the awakened staff. We can place it down and talk to the spirit that's inside it, but we have to be in a no build zone. So we have to come out because you can't build here because it's a POI, but we can build down here, so we can place it here. There we go, and we can speak to it.
Yes! Yes! I live again! Oh, may the earth tremble at my coming! And all of that. Oh, hello! Ah, well, I have you to thank for awakening me, yes? Oh, you've done a very great thing. My former masters were upset with my advice. I was thrown into that sewer in a fit of pique. Apparently, my endless wisdom was only at a premium when they were winning the war.
Okay, I love that voice. I think it's like something from Monty Python or something like that. Okay, let's speak to him again.
Oh, pardon me. I've been trapped in a vat of slug feces for a few thousand years. Makes the throat a little raw. As if I have a throat. Now, on to the terms of our agreement. Now, I promise to serve you, providing wisdom and knowledge until the day I'm returned to the one who summoned me. And in return, you promise not to throw me into any sewers. Sound good? Excellent. Now, let's find out exactly where and when we are. I can see you're wearing a slave bracelet, which means we can't be that far from the capital, or you'd be a pile of exploded guts. So logically, we must find the map room. Now, I need to get the lay of the land.
Okay, so he's going to give us knowledge and wisdom that'll help us escape the exiled lands. In return, we have to promise not to throw him back into the sewer. So he's going to give us little tips, and the first tip he's saying is we need to find the map room so we can get a lay of the land. So we can return the staff to our inventory. The map room is in the archives in the city. He did mention the city, so you'd have to go and explore the city to find where the map room is, but we happen to know it is here, at this point here. So we now have to go into there, and to get into there we're going to go in this entrance. This is our closest entrance here, and work our way into the archive. So we're going to get off of here. That's a lot easier than getting down, because we can just launch ourselves off the cliff here, and just grab on, and then down again, and down again. Come on. Look at all the iron down here. All around the Tower of the Bat there are loads of iron all around. Oh, hello. And iron rock nose as well. And there we go. That's us down. Right. If I can get our followers to come. There we go. Oh. We're going to have to take on you. Oh, this is a normal rock nose. And then that's an iron rock nose. Okay. Can I get on the horse here? Right. I'm going to get to the unnamed city, and I will meet you when I get there. Okay, here we are. There's a bit of broken wall into the city. So just like I said, here on the east side. So you can see there's skeletons guarding the entrance. So let's get them taken out. The skeleton's been a total pain, but with his big hammer and his massive armor pen, we can get through that. Let's see, anything useful? Glass flasks, always useful. What's that? Another skeleton. Oh, look. Medium paddings, we can take them as well. And you... nothing exciting. Right, horse, you can carry the heavy paddings. Or the heavy medium paddings. Right, what we want to do is go straight forward and go towards that arch over there. You can just see there's flames either side of it. That's the way we want to go. More skeletons. Oh, there's another one coming running over the hill. Boom. Anything on you? Purple lotus powder. More paddings. Okay. What do they weigh? Yeah, they weigh 30. That's 6 paddings weigh 30, so that's 18 paddings. We've got loads of... Not perfected paddings to make the epic stuff yet, but it might also be useful for making armour for our friends around the base. There you go. Nothing particularly exciting. Right, keep moving forward. All the dust getting blown up from the sand. Where are you going? Oh, you're chasing the horse. Okay, just leave him for a sec. There we go. Eventually goes on to... Keep going. You see the purple corruption over there. Right, I think there are... This is like the top of the stairs down into the city. I think there are 4 skeletons guarding this. Just see if we can pull... Okay, we've pulled 2 of them. There we go. That's fine. Oh, and he's away past to the horse. There you go. Oh, we pulled all of them now. No, I'm not interested in that. There's so many bones here, it's hard to find the skeletons. I think he was getting staggered there because he was getting hit. Oh, gained a level. Attributes. Let's see, let's put some more in grit. Witchfire powder, useful for sorcery later on, we'll take that. Nope. Okay. Right, so now we can go in here and we can go down the stairs. The location we want to go to is just over there. Just to the north. We're going to go down the stairs and then down to the north. Down here. Down here. There are some lore books around. You can read that. Feel free to pause and read that if you so wish. Right. There's more skeletons there. Down we go. Oh, me took them out. Right. Glass flasks. Nope. Alright, down these stairs. Right, and that is exactly the building we want to go into there. And we'll just have to clear out some more undead. There we go. What's that? Grey lotus powder. We'll take that for making more potions. There is. So this area is going to give us corruption. You can see the purple around the side. Can we aggro you and then drag you out of the corruption? I'll spend as little time in the corruption zone as possible. Oh, another skeleton. There we go. So it's like a skeleton reptilian thing. I can never remember what their name is. Still don't have Hosas UI mod installed yet. Must get that installed, because it does tell you what they are. Nope, nothing on you, and nothing on you. Okay. So, I'm not sure if we've encountered these obelisks things here. So these are the fast travel points, but you have to attune your bracelet to them first. And you do that by running up and hitting E to attune your bracelet. Now that is a valid fast travel point for me. And then we're going to run north, straight into this building here, because this is the Archives, where the map room is located. There we go. I think there's another skeleton in here somewhere. Maybe not. So I think we're still gaining corruption at the moment. Oh, a chest, nothing exciting in it. And this is the Archivist.
Oh, look at this place. I haven't seen such a mess since the fall of Fallujah. And look, the Archivist. Oh, sorry looking shade that he is. He can probably tell us something about the current situation. Besides, he used to be thick as thieves with my old master. Together, they created that bracelet you're wearing. He might be able to tell you how to get rid of it. Just don't believe anything he says about me.
Indeed. Right, so this is a representation of what a map room is. So after we speak to him, we'll be able to learn how to make our own map room. And for each one of those obelisks that you attune to, these pillars will activate. And you'll be able to come up to the pillar, it'll show you a light beam on the map of where it's going to teleport you to one of those locations, and you click on it and it'll teleport you and your friends. So that is one of the fast travel methods. So let's go speak to the ghost of the Archivist.
Do not be afraid, bonded one. I am just a shadow, a whisper of what once was. Before the fall, when this kingdom raised knighted pillars of black stone to the sky, I was called the Archivist.
Alright, we'll talk to him.
Have you come to seek a way free of the bonding bracelet, human?
Sure have.
There is only one chance, and a very slim one at that. You must assemble the items of power that were present at its creation. The diadem of the giant kings, the mask of the Witch Queen, the tears of two races, the star of the champion, the heart of the sands, the shining trapezohedron, and the serpent ring of Set. I fear I set you an impossible quest, human.
Okay, so we now continue talking to him, and he'll tell us about each one of those items and give you a little bit of lore about it and a little clue where it's going to find. That's going to take a wee while, so I'm just going to skip through that and I'll bring you back once I've done that. Okay, I've been through it all, so he goes through each item one at a time, although he doesn't talk about the shining trapezohedron, which is a bit weird. But he does mention that the serpent ring of Set has been stolen by Tothamon, who is the main bad guy from the Arne Conan movie, and he has left the exiled land, so we won't be able to get that, but he hopes that the rest of the items will be enough to create the item to release our bracelet and get out of the exiled lands. So, bit more lore there. Feel free to go through that if you're playing through yourself, but just for time purposes we're skipping that. We're also going to learn the cartographer from him, so we can make our own map room and say goodbye.
Every new learning is a new beginning. Remember that.
Remember that. Once you've got a whole bunch of fragments of power, you can come up to this library of scrolls here, and you can hand in fragments of power for extra fancy recipes. I think there's 30 recipes you can learn from there, but we don't have a whole bunch of fragments of power yet, so we will leave that for another day. Okay, so we're done in here. We now have to get out of the unnamed city. And he also told us the first thing we have to get is the diadem of the giant kings. So we've got to run back out here. We've got to be back into the corruption zone, and then hopefully we'll get on our horse. One horse. And I'm going to get out of here and head to the north, which is all the way up here. The battlefield is up here, just to the west, or maybe, is it up there or up here? I think it's up here, just to the west of the Mounds of the Dead. So I will head over that direction, and I'll meet you when we get there. Right, here we are. We're up in the very northwest. Just up in front. It is this location here. We're just at the entrance because you can just see the gate there. But before we do that, let's see what the staff has to say.
Ooh, the diadem of the giant kings. An artifact of singularly unimpressive power. My former master, known as the Priest King, used to wear it as a symbol of his authority. His head looked like a carrot with a silver belt wrapped around it. But he certainly provided him with all the qualities one expects of an elderly authority figure. A great love of his own voice and the inability to control his bowels. The last time I saw his face, I was tumbling down into the dregs. It was right before he went north to do battle with his half-breed son, Tyrus. I checked the northern battlefield. Someone has probably smelled him.
Okay, so unfortunately we got a little attack there, so that might have been a little bit noisy. That might have covered it up a bit, but basically this is where we come to get the diadem of the giant king off of the Barrow King, or the Priest King that's in the Barrow. Now there are whites that pop out of the ground around here. There's a white there. There they go, they're coming out of the ground. So try not to get hit by them because they do give you corruption. It's after the horse again. There we go. A whole bunch of them. There we go, gaining corruption, you see. Oh, got stuck. Don't corrupt me, please. That's that one down. And that one down. Right. Bones, glowing goop. Stuffed animals. Yep. Nothing that exciting. There is a possibility, if we put that on there, if you harvest these guys with a sickle, they're pretty difficult to harvest. Glowing goop. Well, that one's got healing on it. Give me that. Glowing goop. Witchfire powder. There we go. We get some witchfire powder off of these guys. So it is a good place. We'll need a lot of witchfire powder later on. There we go, 10 witchfire powder, gossamer, glowing goop. So, lots of glowing goop, and we're getting some witchfire powder as well, so all good. Right, get rid of all that, we don't need that now. Right, that's a little tip for you. While you're up here in the north fighting these guys, you can get some witchfire powder, which you will need for later on. Right, we keep running up here. We'll see this round barrow entrance. There we go. And if right now I give you the demon blood, we'll come up to the door, and you see you can't open the door, and it actually now tells you over on the left hand side, demon blood required. It didn't used to tell you that. There is a book here that gives a little clue about blood sealing the door, and you can try different kind of bloods. The actual answer, as you've probably guessed, is you just need demon blood. So there we go, that opens the door. It doesn't actually use the demon blood, you just have to have it in your inventory. So one will be enough. Right, it's very dark in here, so let's get my glowing stick up. And we'll wander our way down. This is a really easy boss. There he is, kind of in the shadows there. So we'll send our fighter. Oh, again, still haven't put any. But you see, what has he got? 3,500 HP, and he's got to go down so quick that I probably won't really be able to help much. He's also really tall, so it's hard for him to hit you. Let's get the stacks to sunder up. And down he goes. Right, and if we loot him, what has he got? He's got a hardened steel hammer. We'll grab that for breaking out gold bars, obsidian, water-filled glass flask, and there is the diadem of the giant kings. And if we info that, it gives you a whole bunch of lore about it. And then at the bottom, this is one of the artifacts required to create the keystone that can be used to remove the slave bracelet. So pause that if you want to read all that lore. Got it. One artifact down. Now over here, somewhere over here, there is a little glowing tablet, and to interact with that you get the Vanquisher of the King Beneath. And if we go to here, Vanquisher, there we go. That teaches you the Kingslayer polearm and the Kingslayer daggers, which are two quite low level, depends which level you come in here at. But not the greatest weapons, but you can learn them in here. You can always use them for illusion systems. We haven't looked at the illusion system yet, but it's basically a transmog system. And then open the door again. And we are out. We need to put our... I don't know where building is not allowed here. How far do we have to go to see what it's got to say next? Because it's single player, coming back here, these whites will all respawn. Okay, we're going to have to fight these guys again. Right, in you go. They're coming out the ground. It's an option to get more witchfire powder, of course. And some loot. Coins. Silver coins, healings. Yeah, okay. Another one coming out there. Take it on. I missed them completely. There we go. Right, I think if we get down here, not aligned enough with the ground. There we go. Right, let's get through the gate. We'll be safer through the gate. And get down to this flat bit. Right, what's it got to say now?
Oh, I liked her. The Witch Queen of Lemuria was powerful and beautiful, and not opposed to the occasional orgy. Well, I remember some of the rituals she performed. Writhing naked upon the altar of Dagon, while her followers gave themselves over to the rites of ecstasy. Oh God, those blood-soaked moments. I remember her grip on my haft. Oh, stiff and unyielding to a sorceress ministry. Oh, sorry. Forgive me. Now, if you need her mask, I can only imagine it will not be far from her palace. Her people built a city in the eastern swamplands. We should visit it.
Okay. So now we need to go and find the Witch Queen of Lemuria. And she is in her palace in the eastern swamplands, which of course is all the way over on the other side of the map in the jungle, the forgotten city of Zelha, and this location here, literally that building there, is the palace of the Witch Queen. So we have to go from the far west of the map, over here, where are we? We're all the way up here. We've got to go all the way over to the other side and get over there. So that's going to be a bit of a run. So I will see you when I get there. Okay, here we are. We're at the stairs now going into the Celestial Plaza, which is where the Palace of the Witch Queen is located. Of course, we've got lots of grey apes and gorillas around. I am actually just going to give you this stuff now. It's not that hard, but the more buffs, the quicker we'll complete it. Right, so we go up the stairs. Any more apes in here? No, we can go left or right, it doesn't matter. Down the super steep stairs. There's another grey ape there. Take him on.
Your death. Yes, meaningless for life.
Gained another level. Let's put another point in grit. Give us more armour. And more stamina. Right, down here. Another ape there. It's got the aggro on us. And then down here. These steep stairs always scare me. It's like, oh, there's nothing there. And we run along here, and this is the Palace of the Witch Queen. Here we go. Enter. Okay, here we are. This way, towards the green glowing lights. You can see the giant mask of the Witch Queen above her throne. She's sitting on her throne, but if when we run in here, you can see there is a barrier up there. We can't get to her.
Bracelet you wear marks you my enemy.
Right.
Armor protect me.
So she's got to make these statues come alive. Only got 1,800, but obviously they're made of stone, so they've got lots of armour. So let's just get some stacks asunder on them. So tall that you can't even see. Oh, look, it's almost down. There we go. Breaks into pieces. Right, so it's got to introduce a new mechanic now. These light beams come from the various like random mouths, and if you get caught in them when they go blast, it hurts. Doesn't hurt an awful lot, to be fair, but basically we now really need to fight the next statue that's got to come alive without getting zapped by the laser beams. Okay, we've got the idea. Right, is that enough? Yeah, here we go. There's the beams, got to make it come alive. Right. Let's bring him into the middle. Ow. Right, stacks asunder. Touch his feet. And it's dead. Right, now the barrier will drop and she will come and fight us. Come on then. Down you come. Teleport down. There she is. Right, she does hit pretty hard, but also she doesn't have much HP. So let's just... Again, I'll get the stacks asunder on.
The bright joy of slaying.
There we go, she's down. So I do find this one of the more disappointing dungeons. It's typically the second dungeon that most people do. You do the dregs first and then most people come here. You've got to come so far to get to here, and it's so easy, it's over in no time. So, because considering all the effort that you go through in the dregs with the puzzles and stuff like that, this one was quite disappointing. For some reason, they always give you 2 masks, not sure why. We've got a key to Razma's quarters and some fish. If you run up the back, weirdly, there's no chests in here, there's no legendary chests at all. There is no tablets to learn stuff, but if you click on her throne there, you learn the Lemurian armour and weapons, so a whole bunch of Lemurian stuff from there. And that's it. Now we have to leave. So down here, let's see if they fixed the bug when you leave. Let's see what happens. Because it used to, when you come out of here, it used to drop you in the middle of the air and you would fall. Let's see what happens. No, we're on the ground. Excellent. Oh, it's pinged them down there, so we need to get them to teleport up. Okay, we just need to get out of here now, and that's the first 2 items. So we've now got the diadem of the giant kings, and we've got 2 masks of the Witch Queen. And if we read that, you get a bunch more lore that you can pause and read, and again, it's one of the artifacts required to create the keystone you can use to remove the slave bracelet. Right, I need to get back to Sepa Maru now. I've got one more thing to show you in Sepa Maru, and I will meet you all the way back in Sepa Maru. See you in a bit. Okay, we've made it to Sepa Maru, and it was showing the map. I'm at the southernmost entrance into Sepa Maru here. So we're going to go in here and ride down, and on the left hand side we'll see this building here with a painting on it and the half open door. So there's 2 things about this building. The first thing is, if you climb up here on the right hand side, there is the ability on this little stand. Click on that, you learn the Relic Hunter armor and the Relic Hunter epic armor, which is this armor that this guy is wearing here. This is the Relic Hunter armor, so you now know how to make that. But if we go up to this half open door, now that we've got Razma's key, we can click on it and it opens all the way and allows us into the building. And here is Razma of Shem. So she is in the intro video at the beginning of the game. She was made into the Witch Queen, and if you talk to her, she will tell you all the story about becoming the Witch Queen and how we saved her by breaking her out of the spell or whatever. So again, I'm not going to go through that. Please feel free to go through that to your leisure. We can open the door again. It's weird how it opens. They're opening inwards, but when you click on it, it opens all the way out. But there we go, we can get out. But that's us. That is the first 2 items of the story. Well, it's more than that, because we went to the Tower of the Bats and awakened the staff. It then told us to go to the Archivist, and he will tell us all about what we need to do to remove our bracelet. And now we've got the first 2 out of the 6 artifacts to get to remove our bracelet and get towards the end of the game. So that was a feature-packed episode, shall we say. So there we go, all done for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.